honest, bro.
Yeah, he been working on putting it on. Remember last year he was talking about doing that shit, switching over to Mac and everything, which was surprising. I didn't think he would do it. Did you do it?
No, I ain't do it.
Oh,
I'm, I just bought some other shit instead, because
okay.
why not? You know?
Yeah, before you jumped on, I was talking about me being at the job for a month now, and just
Uh-huh.
playing my position, not really getting involved with any type of politics or anything that goes on there. Like I'm hearing everybody's side about how they feel about this, that, and the third, but it's all you all's information versus me having a clean slate. And, like because of office politics, I'm not there to take anybody's side. I'm just there to do my job. And it's gonna remain that way because that's what I'm
Yeah,
here,
they're
that's
trying
what
to
I'm here for.
embed their bias on you.
Yeah, and you can't do, especially with me being strong-minded, and having clarity and not there because I'm not. I have friends, you know what I mean. Like I'm not trying to make friends necessarily. Like if it happened, that's cool, but I know who my people are. I know who have my back. So it would be difficult for me to walk in there and try to make friends with everybody. Now I'm gonna be cool with you. I'm gonna be as cool as you can. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
positive. I'm gonna be upbeat, and we gonna kick the shit.
yeah.
We can laugh as soon as I understand what's going on. But I'm not there to. I don't want nobody ever feel or the people, the powers that be, my superiors. I don't ever want them to feel like because he talked to that person, he kicking it with them. You know what I mean? Or he's choosing a side. He clicking up because we already know I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that shit. So while I'm there, and I'm just there. I'm there to do my job. And I want to do my job well. I want to mess up, clean up, get better. Mess up, clean up, and get better at it until I have a better understanding, and then they can move me somewhere else or do whatever, or I get the hell up out of there and go on and do something else great. You understand me?
I'm not gonna
Mhm.
make no job have a hold over me to where I'm hang, clicking like all that shit is stupid to me. That's high school. So for me to if I'm being honest, for me at work, for me to have fun at work, I like interacting with everybody in different ways. Like I'm never gonna take sides with this group or that group because I like being able to talk to the shit. When I was at Nordstrom, the fucking people that did the custodial work all the way up to the store manager, I
Mm-hmm.
fuck with all of them, and it
Mm-hmm.
made my day better. Like why are we taking sides and being like we all here and shit? If we being real, nobody want to be at fucking work. It's a building full of people
Bro, that's the key
faking
thing,
like they
right?
want
None
to
of
do
us
some
really want to
shit.
be there.
Like, nobody
Bro, I'm
want
gonna
to
tell you
be
some real
there.
shit. I'm gonna tell you some real shit.
We
So
all there to
today
get paid.
we've been getting audited all week. You know what I'm saying? We're getting ready for this
Mhm.
FDA screening and shit like that. So we have an audit that we had to go through all week and shit. And when auditors come in, the rule is don't give them nothing, let them find what they find.
Right.
You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? You
That's
give
how it
them
goes.
something, now you creating you kind of like you
You
kind
a
of putting a fine
snitch
on it.
No, you just
in a
open the
So
door.
sense.
You just open the door for them.
yeah, you're
Hmm.
giving them more shit to examine.
Exactly.
So uh, today, you know what I'm saying? My department was being audited and shit like that for quality and shit like that, which is cool. We already been planning for this shit for the last couple months, just getting it ready. And they came over to the piece of equipment that I was just covering. I wasn't even like running this motherfucker. I'm just covering it while the motherfucker went on break because I was, what I'm saying, managing some documents and shit like that, trying to make sure the auditor don't find no shit they don't need to be finding. So I'm over like probably 50 feet away from where they at. There's like 20 of these motherfuckers. And then like my one up manager and his one up manager and all these motherfuckers, they all just walking around giving a little spiel. And one of my managers come up to me like, "Hey, I need some help over here. The equipment stopped, blah blah blah." I go over there. I look on the panel. It's a touchscreen panel, and I see lights flashing. And I was like, he said, "Yeah, one of the pieces we trying to add to the transformation is popped up, and we don't want to cause a jam." And I looked at him, and I looked back at the screen. I went over, unlocked the door, put the piece back in, closed the door, reset, start the motherfucker machine. The machine really didn't stop on its own. Somebody stopped it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The machine, we got safeguards in place. So when it's putting this shit together, it'll hit a certain threshold before it just completely stops. So it'll like if it hits that like let's say it's 5 pieces that's popped up and it can't pick those 5 pieces to add to the transformation. After like the fifth piece, it'll just stop. An alarm will go off. Somebody got to come over there and clear it. Other
Mm.
than that, it'll just skip that one and move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw the lights was flashing and shit on the screen, I immediately knew somebody stopped this motherfucker. They saw it was like that and stopped it. And because they not qualified to operate the equipment, they
They just
immediately
left it
came and got
alone.
somebody who knows. So
Mm.
I went ahead and did what I did, but when it was over with, I went to finish doing what I was doing with my documents and shit like that. About a half hour later, a motherfucker from the quality department came up to me and said that the auditor wanted to see my qualification cards. And I just said, oh shit. And I was like, see, that's what the fuck they get. They hadn't been updating our qualification sheets.
But you know everything, but they just not documenting the shit, basically.
Exactly. Exactly. So because they
Wow.
dragged me in it, now this was crazy though. I never told these motherfuckers my name. I never told none of the auditors my name. So the auditors asked questions after I did what I did to get it back up and running. And they told this motherfucker my name. Now they want to go examine my qualifications. And then they come to find out, damn, they have the goddamn department ain't qualified on shit on paper.
Ooh wee.
Yeah.
And I told the motherfuckers. So when it was all said and done, I went in the office and it just so happened all my managers was in there and shit like that. And I'm talking to them. I sat down. I said, we got a problem. And they was like, yeah, we know the qualifications. I said, no, fuck those qualifications, bro. I said, here's the problem I got. I said, either, either the auditor asked you to simulate a stop and show him how will you go about recovering it, or one of y'all too stupid to just let the machine stop on its own and let me
Mm.
figure it out or let the next person come along and figure it out. And yet that way the auditor never even knows to ask a question. I said, so which one is it? And they're like, well, we saw the part was popped up and we stopped the machine so it wouldn't jam. I said, but we know the machine won't jam. I said, the motherfucker is programmed to bypass that pick and move on to the next one. I said, so
Mm.
I said, but you in charge. I said, you the one in charge. This is your place.
So whose idea
And
was
I
it to
said, and you
stop it?
made me the sacrificial lamb. So now the whole department is under review. I told him, I said, what are we doing around here, man? And they were like, I
Mm-mm.
think you're overreacting. I said, you would think that because your name didn't get called out. They
Hmm.
don't know me. These motherfuckers never met me a day in their life, but they asking for my shit. The shit that I've been telling you motherfuckers to get on top of. They were like, well, you kind of think you're overreacting. I said, you can think whatever you want to think about it, bro, but you can't tell me I'm lying. Can we talk about this tomorrow? I said, tomorrow I'm not going to give a fuck. I said, you can talk about it tomorrow, but I'm not going to want to talk about
Mm.
it tomorrow. And he was like, well, we appreciate you giving us the feedback and we're going to fix this and we're going to rectify it, make sure it's right. I said, I don't care at this point, dog. And I said, because I know what I know. I said, and I know that y'all fucking up. I said, and it's reflecting bad on y'all and the shit is splashing back on me.
Yeah.
I
And
said,
on top of that,
I
I
keep a
probably
low profile around this motherfucker.
say it again.
I do my I do my job. My reputation speaks for itself. Everybody around this motherfucker who need to know who I am, dude, everybody in the motherfucker, it was a whole goddamn mass email about my qualifications because they couldn't find them in the system.
Mm.
Because they gave the auditor my name and they wanted to make sure that the auditor knew that they were looking for it. So they sent out a whole company-wide email with my name attached to it, knowing that it's 35 other motherfuckers in the department under the exact same circumstances. But because I was the one he asked about, like, I said, that shit looks stupid. I
Mm.
said, that look dumb as hell. I said, you
Yeah,
guys
that
get
would have
paid
pissed me off.
you motherfuckers get paid six figures around this motherfucker. Easy.
Six, so you
Mid
think it was some sabotage involved?
Nope, it's all incompetence.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it
It's all
sounds like. It
incompetence,
don't
bro.
sound purposeful. It
It
just
sounds
sounds
like
like a bunch of
arrogance.
dumb motherfuckers.
It's a bunch of
I
arrogance,
only say
bro.
that because why would you stop it when it would just correct itself though?
Because because they're used to just fucking with shit,
Mm,
and he forgot to read the room. He's trying to impress motherfuckers and be like, oh shit, I can't do that because he might ask me about my qualifications. Guess what? He ain't qualified to be touching this motherfucker. He shouldn't even been able to stop it. I asked him, I said, so if the dude over in the other department who got the same skill set I have, but he's just not qualified in this department, come over here and stop the machine, is that okay? He said, no. I said, why not? Because he's not qualified. I said, see, that's the point I'm making. I said, you just so happen to be in charge of this department, but you're not qualified to even touch this shit. And you over here touching shit. And I said, now the whole department under review. And I said, even though I'm the one that whose name got put out there against my will, I said, you don't want to look like an incompetent fool right now because your whole department hasn't been qualified in the system. But you want to touch shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. That's why I'm telling you, I keep it real smooth. This probably the most vocal they done seen me in years.
mm.
For real, because I just do my job and go home, bro.
Just go home.
You
That's
know what I'm
it. Do
saying?
your eight and skate.
I manage my team, and then I got my managers above me. And I'm like, bro, what are we doing, fam? You know what I'm saying? And then the
Mm-mm.
crazy
Like
part about it though is
meddling
like,
with shit.
yeah, trying to show off and shit.
And then just left it there for somebody else to clean up.
You gonna
Now
come
you
get
gave
me.
them something else to look at. So,
Yeah.
and this is what I'm gonna say this. I would like in this situation for them to evaluate the person that did that too.
But they won't.
They
But
should
they
though,
won't.
because you did
They
it.
but they but they need to start evaluating motherfuckers. I say they need to have performance reviews on everybody, top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? Especially around audit time.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that
Because
would
every
have
move I make,
alleviated that whole issue, though. If they
yeah,
had
it'll
have
nipped
did
it in
that
the bud.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm like, dude, I'm not overreacting. I'm
That's why.
underreacting, actually.
That's why people don't like arguing with Aquarius, is because you gonna logic their ass to death, and they not gonna be
I'm
able
gonna
to
unpack
do
the whole shit
shit.
on their
The
ass.
whole
They just
thing.
like,
For real.
but I feel, first of
I
all,
don't
your
care how
first
you
problem is
feel.
feeling,
I'm going by
Like, now you
logic,
like,
bitch.
using your
yeah.
feelings. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Logic.
Like,
Use
Yeah.
your
like, come on
fucking
now.
brain.
Like, you can't even reason your way out of this.
Mm-mm.
The shit
Facts
was
over
stupid.
feelings. Let's start with what happened.
Like,
Let's
like
start
this
with
has
why
nothing.
we know there are people in the house and everything's supposed to look as good as possible. Let's
I
start
told him,
there.
I said that's like me coming home as a parent and finding out my kids don't let their friends smoke on my weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, it's two things wrong with this. I told you don't let nobody in my house.
Number one, that's the first problem.
All right.
Problem number one.
You know what I'm saying? Before we even get to the weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
You
How the hell did you even
Like
know
this
what
violating
my
is
on
stash
jumps.
was?
That's number two.
let's dig down. You could drill down. Let's go layers deep.
Right. And
Let's go layers
then you
deep.
had the gumption, the nerve, and the testicular fortitude to have them smoke my motherfucking weed in my house
The house that you live in.
where I pay all the bills. Tell your friend to bring their ass over here right now because everybody got to get their ass beat.
And that's how I looked at that shit, man. I was like, bro, we not gonna go through all of this. We not gonna have this back and forth.
Mm-mm.
We like they were sitting up here like, well, you make some valid points. Duh, motherfucker. I'm not gonna talk about nothing unless I know my argument is solid.
Correct.
What we even talking about here? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you something even more crazy that happened. And this wasn't even today. This was last week on a Monday.
Mm.
We was having our weekly meeting, our site meeting for the teams. And one of the managers and shit, the gay dude, gets in front of the whole, you know what I'm saying, get his weekly projections speech and shit like that. We're all just sitting in there bored as shit. It's Monday morning. It's like 6:15 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker phone started ringing. Loud as shit. I don't think it was ringing. I think the motherfucker had a video on pause in his back pocket.
Uh-oh. Don't tell
And
me.
it
Don't tell
was,
me.
Not it wasn't no freaky video, was it?
nigga, all you heard was ass clapping and men grunting. My nigga.
Ah, no.
I was like, I said, if that's your phone ringing, you better get that.
My man
He
was on
looked at me and was like, you
Pornhub or
can't
something
Damn.
say
else.
that. I said, and I straight up said, I like, if this is okay, then I know what I can do and what I can't do now. I'm gonna come in here playing whatever song I want to play off my phone now in the middle
Better
of a
believe
meeting.
it.
I said, it's up.
Better believe
Because
it.
I said, because
whatever
if this ain't a
cursing you hear
conversation,
on
if
that,
this
do
ain't a
not beat
conversation
that
between
shit.
y'all after this meeting, I know where the line is now.
Mhm. You all have moved
Damn.
the line so far for me.
For real.
And
Thank you.
I
Wow.
don't want to hear anything about anybody feeling uncomfortable because you all have set a precedence.
And then the crazy
Mm.
shit about it, and and this is some real shit, is like him being gay ain't even the relevant point.
It's not.
Cause you do what I'm saying?
It's what
It
happened.
could have been a straight
Because
person that had a straight
It's what happened.
porn in the back,
exactly.
whatever the fuck,
And it's not just that it happened, it's the reaction after it happened. What happened? What
Yeah,
took place
yeah.
after
Or
that?
the lack of reaction. You know what I'm saying? The lack of
Mm.
response. You know what I'm saying? It's
He
like
was trying to
if you
ignore it.
like, yeah, motherfuckers try to act like it. They're like, well, and you want to just turn that down, nigga. Do you want to just turn that down?
Like he
Take
was
this
watching the
motherfucker in the
episode of
huddle
Martin,
room and
nigga.
have a conversation with him about what's
Right,
appropriate at work.
right. Hey, we
The
need to
fuck?
talk about what took place about 2 minutes ago. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Everybody just went on
we're
like it
not
was
gonna
just
just act
okay.
we're not gonna act like this didn't happen. Everybody had the same look on their face. I'm like, come on, bro. Like we
Somebody should have
ain't you
yelled. Wait, which one was it? Was that Bud Pirates or
know what I'm saying? Like, I know
which
this
one was
movie.
that?
I know this movie. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
one was it? Was that Back Alley Bandits? What you have playing in your back pocket? What you have
Was it
playing
a
in your
day
back
at
Man.
pocket?
Diddy's? Was it a day at Diddy's?
Oh, was that the baby oil sessions? The baby oil
Yeah.
files? What
And
you
then the
got going
crazy
on
part
in your
about it,
back pocket?
the gay dude was saying like he was just annoyed that his phone went off. Not necessarily. He ain't like he was so fucking in his zone. He was in his bag about the shit that he was just annoyed that the phone interrupted him from talking. He didn't
His
he didn't
phone.
he didn't have like no concern for how everybody else felt about it or nothing. He
Of
was like,
course not. Why
God
would he?
damn. And put it back in his pocket and just I'm like, oh the fuck. And then the chick who was sitting behind him was like looking mortified, dude. This bitch looked like she was
Mm.
sick. She was like, what the because everybody looked over there. I'm like, God
Wow. Was
damn,
the
bro.
dude, the manager dude, was he a white dude?
All of them white. All these
Oh,
motherfuckers
damn.
white, bro. On my team, it's like on my team is a Puerto Rican dude, two Mexicans, me and another black dude. Me
Mm.
and the other black dude are both managers. You know what I'm saying? And the white people, they like engineers and shit like that.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the gay
Mm.
dude ain't no engineer though. He's just a fucking team leader. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
who
And he
watches porn
and
on
what's
the
crazy
job?
about him though is like my tolerance for him is only like contingent on the fact that he exists. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else because he's so fucking annoying, dog. It's like he
You know what
live
I
and die
don't
by
like,
the hill
man? Where
that
they try to make that shit seem like it's a thing, right?
it's
Like
a
because you're a
personality,
black,
bro.
you're a straight black man, you hate gay people or something like that. I hate when they do
Dude,
that shit,
Absolutely
bro.
that
not.
motherfucker
I
told
don't
me
like dumb motherfuckers.
I
That
hate
don't
he
have
stupid
told
shit to
folk.
do.
me
That's what I
he
hate.
told
Like I
me
don't
and
care about
another
you
black
being gay or
person
anything else. I just hate stupid people.
he had told me and this other black dude that he is incapable of being racist because he's gay.
No,
And
no.
I said, you can have that thought all day, but to say that shit out loud makes you look and sound stupid as fuck.
Yeah, because you're trying
I'm
to.
gonna tell you, I told him, I said, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you the prime reason why what you say sounds asinine. I said, the reason why I find your logic to be fucking stupid is because nobody knows you gay till you open your mouth.
Yep.
I said, but
And you're trying to
everybody knows I'm
hide.
black.
Yeah, yeah. And you're
I
trying to
said, I
hide
can't do
what you could
nothing
actually
about
be doing.
this.
Yeah.
Dude, remember when we worked at the Gap and it was that fucking manager, I think his name was Michael Hurd, and he was gaining a $3 bill. They was trying to come at you like you was on some homophobic shit. He was just an asshole.
He was an
It didn't
asshole.
have shit to do with him
Six,
being
I
gay.
never had any problem with anybody ever. Like, I don't care about you being gay, brown, yellow, purple, green, pink, blue, or any of that shit, dude. This dude was always trying to make it about being gay every day. Every
Because
day was about being gay.
it's
Well, because they
it's a
insecure about the
qualifier.
shit.
It's
He's
a
insecure. There it
qualifier.
Plus,
is. Yeah.
he was saying and doing racist things his own self. And
Correct.
that's why the whole argument of, and I trust me, I've been working around these motherfuckers forever. So they try to lean on that like they so accepting of everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have biases based on other shit. Shit, they be discriminating against straight people on the low while
100%.
they
Bro,
talking.
bro,
So
that whole thing is really just it's a qualifier. It's like because that's a byproduct of hijacking the civil rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same way like people are self-diagnosing themselves as being autistic and shit like that. I'm on the spectrum, all of those shit. It's a qualifier. They create these sub-minority groups to be a part of so they can feel like their oppression is real. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody gives a fuck where you stick your dick, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like if straight people were as overt about being straight as gay people are about being straight, it would be fucking disgusting, my dude.
Yeah,
It
I
ain't
was
no
thinking
nigga
the
running
same
around.
thing.
Niggas don't just randomly just address the world with, hey, you know I like pussy, right? You
Man,
know
did
what
you
I'm
see that
saying?
bitch that
That's
just
just not
walked
even a
by, man? I would
conversation.
stretch her pussy out. We don't be doing that. And that's the thing, like when even dude that we work with Creed, and when he would do it, I wouldn't even say nothing. And then you would watch him, he would talk about people from the Mexican community. He would say, oh, they're a lower class than I am, or this, that, and the third. And I would never say nothing, man. I would just sit and he would look at me. He was like, you don't find my jokes funny? I was like, no, I never find any of the stuff that you're saying when you go on these retorts or you go on these rants about people and their qualifications and where they're from. I think it's very uh, I think it's very sexist. I think it's very misogynistic. I told him a whole bunch of stuff, and I just went in my bag one time and I'm not just this dude that you think just walks around with these baggy pants on or whatever. And I just told him like I think what you're saying is very ignorant and unjustified, and you're trying to categorize people because of the way that you actually feel about yourself. You're not really happy with who you are, but you're using what you're saying as a way to feel good about yourself and make it feel like you're attacking something that is a problem. And the real problem
yeah,
is you and how you feel about yourself. That's the real
because
Yeah.
situation.
they will be using that to kind of like talk to people that straight, other people to kind of almost feel like they are part of that group in a
Hmm.
sense. But
Dude,
my personal favorite thing that you said to the nigga was it gets dark at night. That was my
And
favorite.
I sure did tell him that. And that's one of the few times in life that I admit to that. But it was only so many. But remember he was on my ass and he had said I'd get you fired. I could have you fired. And it took me, I had to calm down because of that, because Mo was standing there when that happened. He saw it. And he was like, yo, he's like, go put some water on your face, go get you a drink of water, and then come back. And then when he came back later on, he said something else to me. Mo was standing right there when I said it. And the dude said some more foul shit to me. I was like, man, I'm gonna say this to you as easy as I can without saying anything wrong. My man, be safe. It gets dark outside. And I left it at, and Mo was like, oh, leave, go, go, go. And he started speaking to me in French. And I can't remember everything that he started speaking. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done with him, Mo. Like that. That's it. I'm done.
Meanwhile, my ass in the background like that dog from fucking uh Duck Hunt.
Bro, 6 hours was so done with this motherfucker, man, that he started threatening my job and what he could have done to my, like where I work at and everything. I was like, all right, man, look.
I think that it's a I want to say it's a synaptic thing mentally for people, man, where that dopamine they get from like reactions from people, it has nothing to do with the real issue, it always has something to do with what makes them feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
That superiority they want to feel, that drive and motivation they get behind receiving that.
Mhm.
Like we don't like we when you exist in a bubble where you have like no natural predators, you kind of look for shit to thrill you.
Mhm. Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? When you at the top of that particular echelon or that part of the food chain, you kind of like you exist for different ways to make your heart pound so you can feel that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, and
Whereas
then
our lives are a constant adrenaline rush, bro. So we don't need that bullshit. We not even entertained by it. Every day is a fucking opportunity for us to have to fight for our life.
yeah, and we're used to
that's just
that.
You see what
like
I'm saying?
white people going bungee jumping and all the fuck shit that we be like, you crazy as hell. What you doing
Yeah,
this extra
I'll
shit
pass on that,
for?
dude. I don't
I
need that.
pass on because I've been shot at so many.
Right.
I've been shot at. Like I know what it's like to try to make a move out to bust a move out here. Like it's hard on this side. Like y'all are thrill seeking because there's something missing. Like you need horror, you need
Mm,
suspense in your life because there's nothing happening around you. But for us, like that's a normalcy. We deal with that
mhm.
every day. That's an everyday thing, dog.
That's why they live vicariously through the shit that we create.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
they
Or the
want to
way
go
they
over in
express
old
it.
Right.
block. That's why they want to go over in old block. That's why they want to
Yeah.
go out there in Compton and all that and see what that's really
But
like.
it's nice for them because they just
Like
tourists to
That's
it. You
it.
know, they could
they
just
make up the bulk of NBA YoungBoy fans.
Mhm.
You
Most
know what I'm
And I
fans.
know
saying? They want to
they
be
know more of his songs
Big
than I do,
facts, big facts,
absolutely.
big facts.
No, come on in
I
here.
couldn't
Come on in here.
even
Bring your ass on in
I'm
here.
like,
Don't.
hey, let me
Big
dip out because
facts.
Yeah.
now
All y'all come
I
on in
got to
here.
have to hop off anyway, and I don't
It's
want to
all
like
love.
disrupt the actual programming. But hello everybody, sorry I can't stay on. I double booked tonight
He a
and people
buster. That's
texting
all.
me,
He a
but
buster.
I will holler at y'all next time. Peace, peace.
All right, cool. We
All
haven't
right.
started yet. This is just the pre before, you know what I mean? I start the real episode soon. So we just shooting the shit. Danielle, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored, my love. Life is good. Drinking my lemonade. Everything is good.
That's what's
here you
up.
go.
Yeah, he had to go do his videography and photography shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
give me a minute. I'm eating dinner and talking at the same time. I
It's
just
all
got
love.
in from the
It's all
gym, you know
love.
what I'm saying?
We were just shooting the shit about our regular work day and everything that we have to deal with.
Get it?
That's all. That's all. I'm gonna stop it right there though. Hold on. Stop.